Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Okay. So first of all, good
Morning, sir.
morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Okay. So what do? We start our lesson. Homework. Page number 35. Past simple. Arsalan, are you on your laptop, Arsalan?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Past simple one. Regular verbs. Read about the Jackson 5. Complete the sentences with one of the verbs in bold in the past simple. So, past positive statements. Okay. The Jackson 5. What do you know about the 1970s band, the Jackson 5? What do you know about them? Number one, the family lived in Indiana. Page number 35 in the practice book. The homework was in the practice book. You've not done your homework? Hello? You have not done your homework? Why? There was no homework there. The homework page is in the group. Now you're being careless. You were a good student until a few days ago, but now you're being careless. It's very difficult to maintain the consistency, the intensity. People can't continue feeling the same way. Things are exciting at first when they're new. A lot of people feel very excited about having a new girlfriend. And after 1 or 2 years, they don't feel the same excitement with that girl. This is human nature. So the same thing happens when we start a new endeavor, new task. People start to learn English, they join the class. First month, they're very excited about it. Second month, their excitement goes down a little bit. Third month, a lot of them lose their interest completely. It's common. It's in human nature. That's why some people are successful, most are not. Because success needs consistency. And you find it difficult to be consistent. Everybody finds it difficult to be consistent. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Anyways, where is Mudassar? Yeah, here. Okay. Tell your friends, Moon and his brother, missing the class is no solution. There is no benefit in missing the class. They should be here, even if they don't understand, because they think they don't understand, but it has an impact on them. Do you understand what I mean? Sometimes students think they don't understand what I'm teaching. Some students like Saim and Moon, उनको आपकी तरह चीजें दी नहीं जा सकती, कैसे कहूं, हड्डी टूटी है तो उसमें मोबिलिटी नहीं लाना होता, पहले उसको जोड़ना होता है, जोड़ने के बाद मोबिलिटी के लिए फिजियोथेरेपी चाहिए। तो आप लोग के साथ जो हो रहा है वो फिजियोथेरेपी है, बहुत सी चीज है आपके अंदर इंग्लिश में ऑलरेडी है, लेकिन कुछ स्टूडेंट्स के पास वो नहीं होते, सम स्टूडेंट्स डोंट हैव एनी नॉलेज। तो साइम और मून को रहना चाहिए क्लास में, बस इतना ही कह सकता हूँ। उनको मोटिवेट करिए कि मिस करके क्लास तुम नहीं हासिल कर सकते जो हासिल करना चाहते हो, यू हैव टू बी हियर, ओके। समझ आए ना आए बैठे रहे। साहिल को थोड़ा बहुत समझ में आना शुरू हो गया पहले एक दिन की तुलना में आज, वो डेफिनेटली बेटर है। जब आप फर्स्ट डे सेकंड डे आए थे यहाँ और आज हैं, तो आपकी इंग्लिश थोड़ी बेहतर उस समय से, थोड़ी बेहतर है ना, बस वो थोड़ी बेहतर मुझे चाहिए। आपको एकदम फ्लुएंट नहीं बनाना भी तुरंत, पॉसिबल नहीं है वो चीज, बट ये थोड़ा थोड़ा कैन बिकम अ लॉट। बी कंसिस्टेंट। द फैमिली लिव्ड इन इंडियाना, लिव्ड, विटू, द फैमिली लिव्ड इन इंडियाना, comma, a town near Chicago. So after comma, when we write a town near Chicago, this expression, this phrase, a town near Chicago, tells us that Indiana is a town near Chicago. Indiana is a town near Chicago. Yes. Hey, Padma, good. No problems, Padma, no problems. Okay. You're doing fine. Let's continue. The family lived in Indiana, a town near Chicago. Two, in 1965, the brothers started singing together. And meaning is clear? Hindi is clear? In 1965, the brothers started singing together. Okay. They started singing together in 1965. Three, the father, Joe, worked in a steel mill. The father worked in a steel mill. Now, why are you late? Yeah, Ganpat. Why are you late now? But you are not coming from home, are you? You're coming from home? What happened to your tuition? You had a tuition class before this class? Huh? It's not every day. Time has changed. So you should be here on time now, every day, right? Okay, good. The father, Joe, worked in a steel mill. How do we say steel, right? Steel, say steel. All right, mill, mill. So in both the words, we use E sound. Steel, E, mill, E, but they are not the same kind of E. One is a long E, steel, and the other is a short E, mill, right? RID, how do you pronounce this? RID. RID, 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 and READ. Okay? GREEN, right? GRIN, grin. All right, everyone? In English, there are two E sounds. One is a long E sound, and the other is a short E sound. Some more examples. PEEP, peep, okay? And PIP, pip. PIP is pip, okay? And PEEP is peep, all right? So in English, you find both the sounds, long E and short E. And you should understand that there are long vowel sounds and there are short vowel sounds in English. So when you are listening, just pay attention, close attention, that this word, this phrase is a steel mill. All right? So it's a mill, it's a steel mill, okay? The father, Joe, Worked in a steel mill. Worked, not worked. Worked. I keep telling you every day. It is worked. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Spelling is WORKED, but the sound is worked. Yeah. Number 4. In 1968, the Jackson 5 recorded their first single. In 1968, the Jackson 5 recorded their first single. 5. They played R&B, soul, and dance music.
Music.
So it's very basic. The verb should be in the past form, whatever verb we need. Okay. In the present tense, sentence number 5 will be they play. In the present tense, the sentence will be they play. And in past tense, the sentence will be they played. That's the difference. Okay. They play, they played. They played R&B, soul, and dance music. These are kinds of music. R&B is a kind of music. Soul is a kind of music. Dance is a kind of music. Dance music. Okay. Number 6, they traveled everywhere in the US. You are not supposed to do your homework here in the class. You are being silly. How many times I have told you? How many times have I told you this? Doesn't matter. ये एक कितनी बार का है होमवर्क नहीं करने के लिए क्लास में सुन के सीखना होता है सुन के लिखना या सोचना और समझना और डिसाइड करना क्या होता है सीखना क्या कर रहे हो अभी आर यू थिंकिंग नेक्स्ट नंबर 7 the brothers moved to California in 1968. Remember, they lived in Indiana first, right? It is a town near Chicago. But in 1968, they moved to California. Move to means to go and live there. Move to means to go and live there. They moved to California. My grandfather moved to Bihar Sharif 50 years ago, nearly 50 years ago. My grandfather moved to Bihar Sharif nearly 50 years ago. It means they didn't live in Bihar Sharif 50 years ago. They lived somewhere else. And they moved to Bihar Sharif. They came to live here. They came to live here from Barbigha. Okay, my grandfather lived in Barbigha earlier, but 50 years ago, nearly 50 years ago, around 48, 49, 50 years ago, they moved to Bihar Sharif means they came here to live. They bought a piece of land, and they built a house, and they started living here. Moved to some place. Human beings lived in Africa at first, and they moved to different parts of the world around 60,000 years ago, 70,000 years ago. Okay. So move to is clear. The brothers moved to California in 1968. 8. They enjoyed worldwide success. They enjoyed worldwide success, guys. It means they were not only successful in America, they were successful everywhere. Everywhere, yeah. They enjoyed worldwide success. Football enjoys worldwide success, popularity. Football enjoys worldwide popularity. Repeat. Football enjoys worldwide popularity. Popularity. It means football is popular all over the world. Cricket does not enjoy worldwide popularity. Cricket doesn't. It's popular in many parts of the world, but not. Yeah, football is definitely more popular. Kabaddi definitely doesn't enjoy worldwide popularity. Kabaddi is popular in India, Pakistan, Iran, okay, mainly in these countries. If you go to America, if you go to South America, if you go to Europe, they don't play kabaddi. How about you guys? Do you like kabaddi? I love kabaddi. Hmm. I like it. I like it a little bit. I like it a little bit. Okay, but I like it a lot actually. I support Patna Pirates. And let's ask Padma. Padma, do you follow kabaddi? Do you like kabaddi, Padma? You are interested in kho. You played kho at school. How about kabaddi? Are you interested in kabaddi? Padma, not there. Not there. It's just strange. Whenever I call out somebody's name, call on some student in the online class and they don't respond, it makes me feel, who am I teaching? Who am I teaching?
Yes, sir. I like kabaddi.
You can hear me, Khushi. I was calling on Padma. Ankush! Oh, it's Friday today. I won't get oranges because it's Friday. On Friday, my mom doesn't allow me to eat sour things in the house, like oranges, lemon, tamarind, nothing. Can't eat these things on Friday. I don't mind eating outside, but inside the house, my mom gets upset if I eat oranges, guavas, anything that is sour, any fruit that is sour. I can eat bananas, I can eat pomegranate, but I can't eat acidic food like oranges, lemons, guavas, pineapple. These are all acidic fruit. So she doesn't allow us to eat anything acidic. Acidic means khatta. Acidic means खट्टा ओके हालांकि हिंदी करेंगे तो अम्लीय right but it is synonym to it is a synonym of sour khatta okay so Friday no sour fruit so I can't eat oranges. I feel like eating oranges right now but I won't get any okay where were we they enjoyed worldwide success. American president enjoys worldwide popularity. American president enjoys worldwide popularity. It means American president is popular worldwide, or not popularity, fame we can say fame. American president enjoys worldwide fame. Worldwide fame. They're famous worldwide, not necessarily popular. Do you understand the difference between popular and famous? If somebody is famous, people know that person. But if somebody is popular, people like that person. Let's talk about a public figure. Okay, I shouldn't give examples from politics, but again, it helps me, so I do. It is easier. Rahul Gandhi is popular in India or famous in India? He's popular. People like him. How many people like him? Sai likes him. That's okay. I like him. That's okay. But how many people like him? Very few people like him, right? Not many people like him. That's why we can say he is famous, but not very popular. Understand? So famous means people know them, but they don't necessarily like them. Famous, people know you. Popular, people like you. Correct? Okay. Lalu Yadav in Bihar is famous. He is famous. Is he popular? In a small group of people, he is popular as well. Right? Some in a small group of people, he is popular too, but he's not very popular in Bihar. He's famous. Let's talk about Virat Kohli. He is very famous, no doubt, and he is very popular too. People like him a lot. Okay. Exactly, a popular leader, right? People like him. Okay. Now, coming back to this. They enjoyed worldwide success. It means Jackson 5, they were successful not only in the US, they were successful in different parts of the world. It means they had fans from other parts of the world as well. They were a band, okay, a musical band. You know, they perform together, sing, dance, play music, entertain people. In 1989, the band stopped recording together. In 1989, the band stopped recording together. They said, no, we will not stop. We will not record together. No, we don't want to record together. They stopped. They stopped what? They stopped what? What did they stop? They stopped recording together. They stopped what? Recording together. Okay? All right. They stopped recording together. They said, we will not record together now. Okay. Number 10. The youngest brother, Michael, loved dancing. Number 11. In 1982, Michael recorded Thriller. Okay. He died in 2009. He died in 2009, 6 years after the interview. In 2003, he gave that interview to, Oprah Winfrey, remember? And 6 years later, he died. Okay, students, you should try to, sometimes practice some sentences. Like we read in 1989, the band stopped recording together. After marriage, Sridevi stopped acting in films. After marriage, Sridevi stopped what? Sridevi stopped recording. She stopped what?
Acting.
Singing.
Acting.
She stopped acting in films. She stopped acting in films, right? Okay. Lata Mangeshkar never stopped singing. Lata Mangeshkar never stopped singing. Don't talk to each other. Talk to me. Okay? If you talk to each other, that's disturbance. You talk to me, that's contribution. Okay, stop. So when you guys make a noise, the teacher shouts, stop. What? When you guys make a noise in the class, the teacher shouts, stop.
Make a noise.
Read sentence number 9. Read sentence number 9 so that you can learn. Your problem is you don't learn very quickly. You have a sentence number 9, but you're not learning from here. That's the problem. Read again. Read. In 1989, the band stopped. Record together or recording together?
Recording.
Okay. So you make a noise in the class. The teacher shouts. He says, students, stop.
Making a noise.
Making a noise.
Making a noise.
Yes. Well done, girls and people, those who gave the right answer. That's how you learn. Okay. When your mummy beats you, she also shouts, stop. She beats you and you cry and she shouts, stop. Stop what?
Make noise.
When mummy beats you and you start crying, what does she say? Yeah, she says, stop crying. Okay, yeah.
Stop crying, otherwise I will again beat you.
I will beat you more. Yes, Abhinav. Stop crying, otherwise I'll beat you more. Very funny. First she beats you, and then you cry. And then she says, don't cry. Stop crying, otherwise I'll beat you more. How? I mean, illogical. You have beaten me, so I have to cry. I do the same. When I slap my children sometimes, and if they cry, I say, stop crying. Actually, why do we say that? Because children cry too much. They are smart. They think if we cry more, then we will not get beaten. So they cry unnecessarily. My nephew, my wife's sister's son, when he does something really stupid, I have to be strict with him because he's that kind of child. So sometimes I give him a slap, and then he will. I say, what is that? What is that? Stop right away. It's drama, He's not actually crying. He just does it to show everybody that I am in so much pain. You have hit me so hard and this and that. And next moment I say, stop right now, otherwise I'll give you another tight slap. Shut up. Straight. Next moment is because he does drama, Did you do that drama, guys? Everybody does it. We all think that if we cry more, parents will feel pity on us and they will not beat us. But parents are smart. They know when we are acting up. And that's why they beat us more when we cry unnecessarily. Okay. Okay, stop doing something. So you disturb your brother, okay, while he is doing his homework. So what will he say to you? You disturb your brother, he is doing his homework. What will he say to you? Stop disturbing me. Yes. Stop bothering me. Okay. So your girlfriend wants to break up with you. You don't want to break up with her. So when she's going back, you say, I can't stop loving you. I can't stop loving you. Then she says, no problems, carry on. She says, yeah, love me all you want, but I'm not here to love you back. Yeah, the actor. He's the actor, yeah. हमारे चर्चे दूर दूर तक पहुंच गए बेटा. He knows. He never misses a chance to grab attention. He studies in this afternoon batch with kids, other kids, and he always tries to get the attention of everybody by saying something silly, doing something silly. He wants people's attention on him all the time. Some people are like that. They won't shy away. They won't mind doing silly things, just to get attention. Like Kanpat never does that. He's always silently sitting there. He doesn't care whether you're looking at him or not. He doesn't care about attention. But some people always want attention on them. And for that, they'll do anything. Sometimes they'll do silly things too, just so that people look at them. I think those people need a little bit more love, maybe. Because somewhere they feel that they didn't have enough love in life. That's why they try it, I think. I sympathize with them, but at the same time, I find it a little irritating if it happens around me. I don't like students who try to grab attention all the time. Grab attention. भैया वर्ड्स निकले मुंह से तो आवाजें होगी. वो ग्रैब है तो ग्रैब को दोहराओ, उसको इग्नोर मत कर दो. कौन सा वर्ड था? सिर्फ ग्रैब बोलो. और साथ में मैंने क्या बोला? Some people, some students always try to grab attention. तुम्हें हिंदी नहीं जानना है, तुम्हें वो वर्ड सुनना है, वो वर्ड एक्नॉलेज करना है. हिंदी आ जाएगी तुम्हारे दिमाग में, आज नहीं तो कल, बस तुम्हें उस वर्ड को एक्नॉलेज करना है. प्रॉब्लम क्या था? अगर मैं अभी नहीं हाईलाइट करता ग्रैब, तो आप में से कई लोग नहीं जानते कि मैंने कौन सा वर्ड बोला. सुने लेकिन नहीं सुने. ये कब बंद होगा? अगर मैं 5 नए वर्ड्स बोल दूं एक साथ ना, then I understand it is my fault. But if I say one new word now and you don't notice it, then it is your fault. Yes or no? Attention is a familiar word. Attention is not a new word. I said some students always want to grab attention. इस पूरे sentence में there is only one new word for you. What is that? लेकिन वो आप इग्नोर करोगे. ये क्या करते हो आप? I know as a teacher that I cannot use 2 or 3 or 4 new words in one sentence. Then it is impossible for you. But if I use one new word for you in a sentence, then even if you don't understand the meaning, at least you can notice that word, that sir said something new here, something that I haven't heard before. But when you become kind of deaf to that word, then I feel like, where is your focus, man? What are you sitting here for? You're sitting here to learn English. So pay attention to the new word that came across, that you heard. Okay. और अब भी बताओ कि जब मैंने कहा some children, जिस कॉन्टेक्स्ट में बात हो रही थी, when I said some children always try to grab attention, वो क्या था? उसका हिंदी क्या हुआ? कुछ लड़के हमेशा क्या कोशिश करते हैं कि कोई उन पे ध्यान ना दे. बस वही हुआ. All right. Let's continue. Grab is a noun, verb or adjective. बस इतना जानना जरूरी है. Grab is a verb. हो गया तो grab attention, बस इतना ही जानो ना. अभी यही जो तरीका है ना सीखने का, वो गलत तरीका है. इसी वजह से परेशानी आती है, आपको मुश्किल होती है इंग्लिश सीखना. अभी सिर्फ आपको क्या सुनना था? क्या सुना आप? ग्रैब अटेंशन. ओके, बात करता मैं. चिल. Look at the answers about the Jackson 5 and complete the questions, everybody. Do you try to grab attention in the class by doing something silly? Some students try to grab attention by answering questions first. I think that's not bad. That's good. Some students try to answer the question first. Very quickly they will try to answer because they want, yeah, look, I'm here, okay? Fine, that's okay, that's good. But some children do silly things to grab attention. That's not okay. Number 1, in Indiana, what's the question? Where did the family live? And the answer is the full sentence. The family lived in Indiana. Compare the question and compare the answer. Where did the family live? Yes. Next. Number 2. When did
brothers start?
When did they start singing together? And the answer is
They started singing together in 1965.
exactly. Next. Number 3.
Where did their father work?
Where did the father work? Where did the father work? And the answer is
The father worked in a steel mill.
he worked in a steel mill. Number 4.
When did Jackson record their first single?
Record their first single in 1968. Number 5. पूरा सारा सेंटेंस का अरेंजमेंट खा गए 1 सेकंड में.
What sort of music did they play?
What sort of music did they play? What sort of music did they play? They played R&B,
They
soul,
played
and
R&B,
dance music.
soul and dance
Number
music.
6. Number 6.
When did they move to California?
It's move, Khushi, not mob. It's move.
Okay, sir.
Everybody.
They moved to California in 1968.
When did they move to California? Number
California.
7.
What did Michael love doing? Michael
What
loved
did Michael
doing.
not doing? Michael loved dancing. Michael loved doing. No, Michael loved dancing.
Yes, sir.
Michael loved dancing.
Dancing.
What do I love doing? What do I love doing? What do I love doing? Tell me. Very good. I love teaching. Very good. And anything else that I love doing, guys? In your opinion, what do I love doing?
Playing chess.
Sorry, Abhinav, can you say that again, Abhinav?
Playing chess.
Yes. Sentence. You love playing chess, right? Playing. Okay. So what did Michael love doing? Michael loved doing dancing or dancing? Michael loved dancing. Just like I like playing chess, I like teaching English. Michael loved dancing. Number 8. Number 8. When
did Michael record Thriller?
Khushi, well done, Khushi. When did Michael record Thriller? When did Michael record Thriller? In 1982.
Michael record.
Khushi, I have a question. Personal question, Khushi. Can I ask you?
Yes, sir.
Do you talk to Kajal
Yes, sir.
every day?
No, sir.
Every week?
No, sir.
Once a month?
Yeah, sir. 1 month, yeah, 15 days. Why,
Kajal,
sir?
like Kajal is not giving me the same energy in the class like you do. Kajal comes to the class, she's quiet, she's silent, she sometimes doesn't say anything even when I ask her. With you, I've never had any problem. From the very beginning, you have been like, okay, this is my teacher teaching me. This is what I have to do.
Yes, sir.
And that's it. Simple. You keep it simple, Khushi. You don't give me anything to complain about. But
Yeah, sir.
recently, I've noticed Kajal doesn't bring so much energy. What do I do about it? I want to help her, but she doesn't bring enough energy to the class. She's silent all the time. Even when I ask, sometimes she speaks, but sometimes she doesn't. Now, I understand sometimes people have maybe health issues, sometimes people have other problems, but they should communicate that to the teacher that today I'm sick, I will not participate, like this. Like Padma. Padma messaged me, sir, I was busy, I didn't do my homework. Okay, like that. Communication is important, you see. Otherwise, I feel like, are you losing interest? The other day, I messaged Padma, and I said, Padma, are you losing interest? Because Padma has been the most regular student. She's here every day. And then recently, she's been absent as well, a few days in the class. So I asked her if she was losing interest. She said, no, not at all, sir. I'm very passionate. It's just that I've been a little busy because of some other reasons, but I'm still very passionate about learning. So that was good. So I just need that communication from my students. I value communication more than other people do. I misunderstand silence. I have a problem. I don't understand silence very well. Some people keep silence to say yes, some people keep silence to say no. And I don't understand when silence means yes, when silence means no. So I prefer a clear communication. I talked to Kajal, I called her. Maybe I'll message her as well. But I have talked to her on several occasions and she seemed fine. But recently, I don't know. We are only in unit 3, Khushi, in that evening class. And I think if Kajal works hard from here, then there will be no problems. But I told her husband, your brother-in-law, I told him that, Kajal is doing great. And after my comment that she's doing great, I don't know what happened. She started being silent in the class. When I give somebody a compliment, when I say something nice about somebody, that person is doing great, that person is doing well, like this guy, next to you, Rishikesh, I'm annoyed with him. Because I told him that, that you're doing fine. And when I said you're doing fine, and now he's not working hard. भैया तो मेरा बोलने से खाली मैं बोल दूं तुम बहुत अच्छा कर रहे हो तो हो गया खत्म. मैंने सही बोला था कि तुम अच्छा कर रहे थे क्योंकि तुम ध्यान दे रहे थे. अब तुम नहीं दे रहे हो तो नहीं होगा ना. 4 दिन ध्यान देंगे तो 4 दिन सीखेंगे, 3 दिन नहीं ध्यान देंगे 3 दिन नहीं सीखेंगे, फिर चौथा दिन मुश्किल होगी, फिर चौथा दिन नॉर्मल नहीं रहेगा, वो 3 दिन का गैप ना डिस्टर्ब करने वाला है. इसीलिए कंसिस्टेंसी इज नेसेसरी. Please, you're mature, understand your responsibility. So, I don't know. If you say anything to Kajal, I don't know if she will take it positively or she will think that I'm complaining about her to you or what. I'm not complaining. I'm just concerned. You understand the difference? I'm concerned about her, I want to help Kajal. I want to help all my students, I don't know whether you value your money or not, but I value your money more than you do, guys. If you pay me money, then I want to give you something more than worth of that money. I want to return that money to you in more value. That's why I try harder to help you with your English. And it is also true that I don't want to help people who are not formally, admitted to the course, those who don't have the admission. It is true I work for money, but I work honestly. Every teacher works for money because they need the money, of course. So there is no point in saying I don't work for money. Money is important. But at the same time, I care about my students. Now, it is very important that I mention this here. Kajal joined my class, I think in 2021, maybe, no, 22. Okay, 22. Of course, her husband paid the fee before she came to the class. Her husband paid the fee, all the fee, 5,000 rupees. But think about it. It has been nearly 2 years now. She lives, right now, I think she's in Rajkot. Her husband has a bank job, he's a bank manager. So, see, अभी 2 साल हो गए लगभग, okay? 5,000 rupees. अगर उस लिहाज से देखा जाए तो मुझे तो सोचना भी नहीं चाहिए उसके बारे में, क्या हो रहा है, नहीं हो रहा है, क्यों सोचूं? मुझे दूसरे स्टूडेंट के बारे में सोचना चाहिए जो आने वाले हैं, राइट? लेकिन मैं आने वाले के बारे में नहीं सोचता, जो है उनके बारे में सोचता हूँ. इफ आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट काजल राइट नाउ, इसका मतलब मेरे दिमाग में है कि मैं काजल की कैसे बेहतर मदद करूं, कैसे वो और ज्यादा अच्छा सीख सकती है. क्या मुझे अभी उससे पैसे लेने हैं? नहीं लेने हैं. नहीं. She had to take a break because of her health issues. Okay. She continued for 3-4 months and then she went absent. And again, she came back like after 1 year gap. Okay. So still, वही मैं समझा रहा हूँ कि अगर सिर्फ पैसा की बात हो ना तो if I can't behave this way, फिर मैं कहूँगा क्यों पढ़ाऊँ मैं आपको, right? Okay. But no, I work for money true. And I do not allow people entry in the class without admission. I'm very strict about it. But do you get that feeling? अरे पैसा ले लिया उसका concern नहीं है. I'm very concerned. Okay. I want to help everybody. Padma joined my class last year. Okay. Last year or this year in January or February maybe. It's been almost 1 year, and this course will continue for another 3 months. The same 5,000 rupees. I don't ask for the fee again. Why? Because I say that I have made a commitment. You're trying. I want to help you. You see. So I just do my job in the best way I think I can do. And I like it very much the way I do it. Okay. Because I don't let the money become a factor. आपके और हमारे बीच money कभी factor बना पढ़ाई में? कभी भी एक दिन के लिए भी नहीं बनाना. क्यों? Because of my methods. अगर वही रखता ना मैं, you pay 500 rupees this month, 500 rupees next month, तो ये factor बन जाता. Right? I said, no, I don't want that headache for you or for me. You trust me, and after that, I show you what I will do for you. Okay. Where did I learn? In this world? Very interesting question. Where did I learn? I went to school to Others Model Middle School, 8 years. After that, I went to Others High School for 2 years, and after that, Nalanda College. Okay. I joined a spoken English class in 1998 for 2-3 months. Okay. And my grandfather passed, so I couldn't continue. We had an institute in Biharship in 1998. How many years ago? 25 years ago. Yes. It was called Face to Face. Okay. The teacher was very friendly, and he was a friend of a friend as well. Okay. So, neighbor of a friend, actually. So it was a great time. I enjoyed it very much, 2-3 months there. But that was, I don't think I did stop going there. I stopped going there, but I didn't stop learning English. I was always interested. So I carried on. I visited many institutes for 2 months, for 3 months. They didn't teach. Okay, if you think institutes are like this anywhere, no. Institutes are like, go on the board, write the structure, and then you guys make sentences. I had already studied those things. What people teach on the board, I already had in my mind, because nobody teaches you anything that is not syllabus, that is not in the syllabus up to 12th. जो भी चीजें पढ़ाई होती है ना क्लासेस में, वो सब क्लास 12th के सिलेबस में ही सही होती है. कुछ भी किसी भी कोर्स में चले जाओ, यहाँ छोड़ के. Any institute you go, कुछ भी वो पढ़ा रहे होंगे ना, that is part of the syllabus up to class 12th. So what I had studied up to class 12th, I knew. So they could not teach me anything new on the board. What I needed was the language. जैसे अभी मैंने आपको क्या पढ़ाया, stop crying. और आप उसके पहले नहीं श्योर थे कि क्राइंग बोलना है कि क्राई बोलना है, राइट? अभी श्योर हो गए ना? तो ये चीजें जो है ना, ये ग्रामर से बाहर भी जाती हैं कई बार प्रैक्टिकल में. ठीक है, जो सिलेबस बनता है ना ग्रामर का, उससे हर चीज ये कवर नहीं हो सकता. नॉर्मली एक ग्रामर बुक इज लाइक दिस थिक. हाँ, इतनी मोटी होती है ग्रामर की किताब. तो उस ग्रामर की किताब को अगर आप पूरे समझ लें, पूरा सीख जाए, तो क्या आप इंग्लिश बोलने लग जाएंगे? क्यों नहीं? क्यों नहीं? क्योंकि इससे बाहर रूल्स तो है नहीं, फिर क्यों नहीं? क्योंकि लैंग्वेज व्हेन यू वांट टू स्पीक इज ए गेम ऑफ वर्ड्स. ओके, एंड द रूल्स दैट यू स्टडी हियर, okay, unless you have a kind of understanding of the language to appreciate what those rules mean, those rules will only confuse you, leave you more in bigger confusion. Rules are explained in such complex language that students like you guys will not know what the book is teaching. So that's why I try to keep rules out, simplify English for you, because you understand words. Why are we doing this here? The same things that I'm teaching you, past tense, can be taught in a very क्लिष्ट हिंदी वर्ड है, complex language. ठीक है, और वो आपको परेशान भी कर सकता है. Anyways, so I have learned from lots of people. I would say, I've been talking to my American and British English friends, for last 15 years or so, and that has helped me because it is their language. Unless if somebody wants to learn Hindi and they never talk to a Hindustani, then their Hindi, you can understand what kind of Hindi they will have. So to have good English language, either you need somebody who speaks good English like me, or you need somebody from England or America to help you. Okay, number 7. Number 8, when did Michael record Thriller? In 1982. तो खुशी मैं शिकायत नहीं कर रहा काजल की, बस कंसर्न शो कर रहा हूँ कि मैं उसके लिए कंसर्न हूँ. लोग यहाँ पर बहुत जल्दी नेगेटिवली ले लेते हैं. अगर आप किसी के बारे में बात करो, नहीं आप नहीं लोगे वो खुशी आप नहीं लोगे, लेकिन वो ले सकती है काजल कि सर ना लगता है मेरी शिकायत कर रहे थे क्या. ठीक है, शिकायत होता है, कंसर्न भी तो एक चीज होती है कि आप कैसे अच्छा करो ज्यादा. Number 3, complete the sentences about the Jackson 5. Number 1, the family didn't live in New York. The family didn't live in New York. Is that true? The family lived in Indiana. And then they moved to California. They didn't live in New York. Number two, Joe. Then steel mill. He worked in a steel mill. Number three, the Jackson Five didn't play country and western music. They didn't play and western music. Then they played and dance music. Number four, they didn't move to Europe in 1968. They didn't move to Europe in 1968. They moved to California. Number five, they didn't play together, they didn't record together in the 1990s. Number six, the brothers right. Now, open your main book, guys. Go to page number 49. What? 48. Page number 48. Complete the questions with did, was, or were. Exercise 1, page number 48. Complete the questions with did, was, or were. Let's see. Good. Number one, everybody. Where were your parents born? Two.
Where you live?
When you were a child,
Exactly. Where did you live when you were a child? Three.
did you live in a house or a flat?
Did you live in
Did you live in a house or a flat?
or a flat?
Four.
When did you start school?
When you start
You start
When did you?
When did you start school?
In the present, we say, when do you start, right? And in the past, we say, when did you start?
When did,
Okay. 5.
who was
Who did you first teacher?
6.
Who was your
was
best
your
friend?
best
Who did
friend?
your best
7.
friend? When did you learn to read and write?
When,
When did you learn to
When
read
did you
and
learn
write?
to read and write? And 8.
when did you get your first
When did you
mobile
get
phone?
your
Super.
first
Very well
mobile
done.
phone?
Very well done. Now, let's ask and answer these questions with each other. First of all, hello, again, talk to me, not to each other. Faiz, leave that chair because he will not stop talking to you. Come here. Yeah. Next to him. Hmm. Guys, go ahead and ask me the questions. Tasif, enjoy being alone. Okay. No, 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 you're not allowed to change. No. Okay. Now go ahead, guys. Ask me the questions. I will answer.
When did you start school?
From the beginning would be better. From number 1.
Where were your parents born?
I think you know already. I think you know it. Tell me, where was my father born? Right, you know that. My father was born in Barbiga, which is 20 kilometers from here, around 20 kilometers. Okay. And where was my mom born, guys?
My
Yes,
mother
she
was
was born in
born
Danapur.
in
She was born in Danapur, which
Sheikhpura.
is no, my mom was born in Danapur. It is 9-10 kilometers from Patna. Okay. So you got your answer, where they were born, right? Next. I lived in Bihar Sharif. I grew up here. I lived in Bihar Sharif. House, this house, the same house where I am now. I grew up in this house.
When did you start school?
I think I started late. I think I didn't start until I was 5. Five was late or not? I think
Why?
I started when I was 5.5, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
And who did your first teacher?
Who was my first teacher? My first teacher was, okay, let me tell you something. First of all, of course, your mom and dad are your first teachers, everybody knows. But we will not talk about them because you're talking about starting school and then the first teacher, right? Means perhaps the first teacher at school. So I would like to mention that before I formally started going to school, I went to my bhaiya's school for a few months without admission. Without admission, I just went with my bhaiya for a few weeks, a few days. So, and we also attended some tuition classes. So there was a teacher called Mahendra sir. He taught us kids when we were very small how to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and stuff like that. And I think of my first teacher when I started school was Renu madam, Renu Didi ji. We used to call her Renu Didi ji. She was a married woman, fair complexion. She was fairly tall actually, and she was nice. She was loving. I was a young boy, I looked cute, I think. I had a big bun on my head, bun समझते हैं? Juda, okay. Like Punjabis have a bun on their head, okay. So I also had a bun. So people called me Punjabi when I went to school with my cousin. Both of us had buns, big buns. She was very nice to me, Renu Didi ji. She didn't beat me. Once she scolded me, only one time she scolded me. She never beat me. Okay. She was my first teacher, Renu Didi ji. My best friend. Who was my best friend? When I started the school, I went there with my cousin. So at first he was my best friend, but my first best friend was who was my not first best friend, who was my best friend. Okay. So I met a boy called Alok in class 2, and we became good friends, Alok and I. But in class 3, I met another boy called Gyan Prakash. And slowly and slowly, Gyan and I became very good friends. You know, we started spending a lot of time together. We talked about all sorts of things. I considered him my best friend.
He was very intelligent, your first teacher.
Who was very intelligent? Me or my teacher? What are you saying?
Your teacher, first teacher.
Was she intelligent? You are asking if she was intelligent? Rukhsar, what's your question
Yeah.
in Hindi?
मतलब आपकी जो टीचर थी वो काफी इंटेलिजेंट थी, ये क्वेश्चन था वैसे।
मैं कैसे बताऊं, बच्चा था मैं यार। मेरी टीचर इंटेलिजेंट थी कि नहीं, हाउ डू आई नो? शी वाज नाइस, आई नो। शी वाज नाइस, ओके, शी वाज काइंड, शी वाज लविंग।
बस
अब बच्चे को लिखना
अंदाजा
पढ़ना नहीं
होता
आता,
है।
वो कैसे जाने कौन इंटेलिजेंट है कौन नहीं? मुझे कैसे पता चलेगा माय टीचर वाज इंटेलिजेंट और नॉट? How would I know? Did you know your teacher was intelligent? Do you know if I'm intelligent? हाँ, आप जान सकते हो because maybe you are also mature. But when I was 5, 6 years old, I didn't know who was intelligent, who was not. Especially about my teacher, I couldn't decide.
Okay, okay. She was very pretty.
Ah, yes, she was tall and beautiful. Yes, she was like a mother figure. She was like a mother figure. She was like a mother figure because I was 5, 6 and she was 28, 29. So she was like a mother figure. Okay. Um, Yeah, but in class 2, there was another female teacher, Asha Didi ji. Asha Didi ji was not married. Okay, she was short height. She was not very beautiful, but because she was short height, so I had a feeling that I would marry her when I grew up. I always thought that if I grew up a little more, then I would marry Asha Didi ji, you know, when I was in class 2. I think I had a crush on her, you know. I liked her because she was short height. She was not beautiful. She was not only dusky in complexion, her face was also different, like not very beautiful. But because she was short height now, so I thought that very soon I was going to get, as a child, you think bada hona matlab reaching the same level now. When you are a child, you think bada hona is like growing up means becoming the same height of somebody. So I thought if I become the same height as Asha Didi ji, then I would be her husband. I could be her husband. I could marry her. So I had that feeling, you know, stupid childish thinking, you know. So I always thought about it, and I told my cousin, 2-3 साल में तो हो जाएंगे उतना है. Okay, I plan to marry her. Okay, I was 6, 7 years old. Don't worry, it's not a very bad thing, you know. 6, 7-year-old children have that kind of thinking. When did I learn? When did I learn to read and write? Late, very late. I learned to read and write when I was 6, I think. Not until I was. When did I get my first mobile phone? I think my first mobile phone was in 2004 when I was 24 years old. It was a second-hand phone. It was a second-hand phone, yeah. It was 2004. You are an idiot for asking that question. In 2004, 20 years ago, did we have smartphones, guys? We had only black and white keypad phones to make phone calls and to text messages. That's it. I think it was a Reliance Motorola set. Reliance Motorola set. Yeah, Reliance Motorola set. Yep, of course. Okay, if you want to add any other question from your side, feel free to add any other question. I told you, Gyan Prakash. If you
Sir,
have any other question, I'll give you guys 5 minutes. If you guys have any other question, ask me. Yes, go ahead.
who was your first girlfriend?
Hmm. Hmm. Girlfriend means?
Girlfriend, sir.
Please explain a little bit.
Little.
A
Basically,
friend who is a girl or something more?
only for friend.
A friend who was a girl.
Yes, sir.
When we studied at school, not a romantic relationship, right? He's saying a female friend, okay? A girlfriend, a female friend. When I studied at school, boys and girls didn't talk to each other.
Yeah.
Boys sat. Boys
Sad.
sit, past tense of sit.
Sad. Yes.
Boys sat on one side of the room. The girls sat on the other side of the room. And there was no communication between us. Sometimes when we wanted something like a pencil or eraser, sometimes, okay? Because boys only talk to the boys and girls talk to the girls only. Normally, boys and girls didn't talk to each other. It was nobody stopped us, but it was not something we did. Nobody talked. No, we didn't. We played with boys, girls played with girls. We studied in the same class, same school, but there was zero interaction. Sometimes we looked at each other's face, we made an eye contact. Some of us felt shy when we made an eye contact. You know, as boys, we would not like to make an eye contact with girls. I didn't want to make an eye contact with them. You know, if I was looking at them, I didn't want them to look at me. You know what I mean? If I was looking at them, I didn't want them to look at me, that I was looking at them. I didn't want to make an eye contact. So whenever we made an eye contact, I would start looking in a different direction. I didn't like making an eye contact because those were different days, you know. It was not an idea that you have a girlfriend. Nobody knew what a girlfriend was those days. Yeah, when we were in class sixth, um, there was this girl, some a new student in the class, and one of my friends was like, "Oh, I like her very much. She's very nice. She's so beautiful. You know, I want to talk to her." This, that. Nothing happened, of course. It was just stupid of him. And what? We didn't have girlfriends those days. We didn't. In my class 12th, there was a girl. Um, 11th maths class, there was a girl. She was the only girl in maths class. And I talked to her. She was a good friend. And in chemistry classes, we had some girls and they talked to us. Seema, Sonalika, I still remember their names, Pinky. So yeah, we talked to them, but that's it in the class. So while I was at school, I didn't have girlfriends. While I was at college, I didn't have girlfriends. Later, when I stopped studies, then I had some friends who were like girlfriends, romantic relationship as well, and all that. But much later, when I was 23, 24 years old, not before that. Those days were very different from today. Today, a class 2 boys knows that there is something called a girlfriend, right? We didn't know what a girlfriend was back then. The word girlfriend was not used in films. If you watch films of 1990s, then you will not see the word girlfriend in the films. They didn't use the word girlfriend, and English was not a common language. Any other question you guys have?
When did you board exams, sir?
When did you pass or take, beta? Russian, beta, you did
Pass.
not use your. I passed my board exam, 10th board exam in 1996. In 1996. I was 15 and a half, 15 years and a half.
Sir,
Yes, Abhinav.
When do you find yourself as a teacher, sir?
Correct your question, Abhinav.
When you identify yourself as a teacher.
Correct your question.
When did you find yourself as a teacher?
Very good, very good. Well done. I gave classes in 2000 as well, but I didn't think of myself as a teacher back then. I taught some students in different institutes, but I didn't think of myself as a teacher. I thought it was a fun activity, pastime thing. I never took it very seriously in 2000, 2001, 2002. I taught some students here and there, but I never took it very seriously. In 2005, 2006, I finally started as a teacher, and I thought I wanted to be a teacher. I liked the feeling being in the class. In 2006, I was 26 years old. So I think I was mature to understand that it was a good profession. I enjoyed it, So in 2006, I would say, I started thinking of myself as a teacher. I stopped going to the gym, guys. Because of my teaching, I stopped going to the gym because people said that, "Arey lafua hai," because I had a body, good shape. Back then, 2006, 17 years ago, people didn't have the same open mind that they have today. Today, if you are a teacher and you have a good body, good for you. People will like it. But back then, they said, "Oh, lafua hai, body banata hai, aise waise gym jata hai," stuff like that. So I stopped going to the gym for my job. I said, okay, teaching is more important. I don't need to go to the gym. So I had a very good body in 2005, 2006. When did you bring the institute home? When did you start teaching here? Okay. In 2006, I joined my Bhaiya's Institute as a teacher. As in 5, I joined as a manager. And in 2006, I started teaching. And the institute was located next to Vandana Cinema. And in 2007, 1 year later, we came to this area next to DAV school. Yeah, because the class had become so big, we didn't have big enough rooms there. So we came to this area. And we stayed here from 2007 to 2014, 7 years. And then in 2015, I think I came here to my house. Where did my father work? My father had a shop in Kagzi Mohalla. It was a PDS shop, Public Distribution System, Jan Vitran Pranali. Okay. His shop was in Kagzi Mohalla. Of course, now it is closed. Some other people may be running it. It was a government thing, So my father passed away. We did not take interest in that profession, in that job. You guys are asking very good questions, guys. Keep on. Go on. Ask more. Practice more.
When did your father pass away?
When did your father? Correction. Your father? V1, pass, not past. PASS. When did your father pass away? Not passed away, okay? It was the unfortunate year of 2007. Actually, 2006, sorry, 2006. 2006, it was the night. He was sick, yes. He had lungs problem because he was addicted to smoking. So in 2007, my sister got married. Papa passed away in 2006, yes. Anything else you guys want to ask? Feel free, go ahead.
When did you got married, sir?
When did you got married is not correct English, Roshan Beta. When did you get married? V1, okay? V2 is used in the positive statement. When you're asking when did you, then you need V1, right? So V1 is get or got. When did you get married? I got married in the month of December in 2008. I just celebrated my 15th anniversary last Sunday. If you, what would be really amazing if you guys ask me any follow-up questions. Follow-up question is from a question which comes from the answer. When I answer and you have a question from the answer, that is the most, interesting. And that will be very good for you. Because having a conversation means being able to ask questions from the answers, guys. But you're doing a good job. So far, so good. Do you have any more questions to ask? So far, so good. I'm going to now put you guys in the breakout room where you are going to ask and answer the same questions from exercise 1 and answer these questions too. Of course, you can add some more questions from your side, practice more. Shall we open the rooms? Okay, I'm opening the rooms for you all. Go ahead and start your practice. Abhinav, Faizan, please get into the breakout rooms. Your partners are waiting for you guys. Okay, everybody. Okay. Fine. Tomorrow, we'll carry on. You guys can practice this in the group as well, asking and answering the questions with each other. You can think of your own questions, okay, and ask them and practice. Revise the lessons. We will carry on tomorrow, okay? No homework. I'm not giving any homework. You can carry on with your practice in the group. Yep. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.
Bye
Good
bye, sir.
night.
Bye,
Bye,
sir.
sir.
Bye, sir.
Good day.